DayZ seems to be really going in the right way, because if you look at this now, like, and they have this option for community servers. If and whenever a base building update does come out that hopefully gives us like a proper base building system, the ones like base building plus and expansion are slowly going to become obsolete if it keeps going this direction. Like.
So have you done any experimenting with the building in experimental version on console?
Well, not on experimental because it's a bit tricky to get all the stuff together. But what I did was I installed the experimental server on my local PC and then just messed around with vanilla building. That'll be the same as when it's on console. And it's brilliant. Yeah, you can turn off all the clipping basically. So you can stack anything on top. You can build on anything. You can build on...
So it's going to be something only for console community servers then that go in and change that setting?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it won't be unofficial then?
I would doubt it.
Yeah.
Just be on community server. Great.
Okay.
Quite amazing.
That's going to be awesome for them. That's going to help a lot of them out. It would have been nice to have seen them fix the issue with the clipping for the official servers. But... yeah.
I don't think you'll see like the no clipping stuff on official until see the thing with official is you can build anywhere. Like police stations, Northwest Airfield. They'd have to have like build restriction zones, I think, before they'd be able to free up the building a bit more, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like no building at police stations, airfields, stuff like that. Maybe if we do get a base building update, I'd imagine they might do something like that if they're putting it on community.
Because you can see people going and building up around all the wells and the spawn locations and just trolling people.
Yeah, it would be a pain. Like I've ran into many of a police station and it's just been built up and you can't get into them.
Mm.
That's very annoying. I've seen a few wells that were also blocked up as well. It's a right pain. But so tell me something just very quickly.
Yeah.
Say this is for a PC question now, but if someone out there is running a pure vanilla community server, like the zero or not zero servers, but Spaggy servers, I think, are completely vanilla and stuff like that. Are they already allowed to do like the no clipping thing on PC? Was that already a feature, or is that still not a feature without mods?
It would be a mod on PC at the moment,
Yes.
but from when 1.15 goes live, they'll just be able to put a setting to 0. Yeah.
Oh, so it's also come to PC as well, right? Okay.
Yeah. No, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same on Xbox, PlayStation, PC. When it goes vanilla, it'll be there's an extra gameplay JSON file that you can turn on. I want access to this, which then gives you access to the weather. So we're going to be able to mess around with the weather very easily without having to do a mod. So that's really cool. Stamina is you're going to be able to mess around with stamina, and so turn that off or on. Turn down sprint, stamina, all that sort of stuff. And then the clipping is another part of it. So they're the three big things: stamina, weather, and turning off the clipping. But basically, it means you can almost do like a more door situation where you can put a gate inside a building, and you can't see it until you open it. It's going to be amazing. Console players are going to lose their minds. They're going to love it. I loved it just playing around with it. And I'm not really into building. It takes too long.
Yeah.
People who really know what they want to do. Because you can stack. If you turn base damage off, you can stack walls on top of gates and gates on top of gates. So you can make pretty secure bases as well that are very difficult to raid. And I think the really cool thing is because it's baked into the vanilla file, that you don't have to worry about mod dependencies as well, and it makes it so much easier for your average your average server owner to do these things. You don't have to rely on a Steam mod. You can just go in and you can, as long as you keep your syntax clean, you'll be able to edit a few JSON files. I mean, with the other thing as well, spawning in buildings as well. That was the other thing. We've now got access to a JSON file where we can spawn in buildings incredibly easily. And then you can tie that into your map group pos, map group proto files to have loot spawn in. So
I was just going to ask you about the loot spawn,
Yeah, so with like Northeast Airfield, in about 10 minutes, you can build quite a nice, an ATC and a few other bits, and have vanilla loot, but what you can have loot spawn in those buildings just as you would any other part of the map. And it's really easy. That's the main thing. It's so easy to do. So easy to do.
Nice.
I've got a couple up already about how the JSON file for spawning buildings work, and I've got another one about how you get loot to spawn in those buildings. The one thing I'm not really sure about is the weather file, how that works. A little bit more complicated. But everything else, what I tend to do is wait for Don to do a video, or Balshad to do his tutorials on his Discord, because Don does the best one, because he'll do like a 2-hour stream video where he goes through everything, really breaks it all down, because I haven't got a clue most of the time to start off with, and then I'll watch that and I'll think, okay, so which bits of those interest me, and then I'll do a tutorial video about that as well, and then Balshad on his Discord we'll do a tutorial, and I'll look at those and put them in, because those guys really know what they're talking about. I'm just learning it as I go along.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. I'm interested to see how it works on everything. Because I've been asked a lot, and like I was confused. I didn't know how it was really going to work, because there's not much information out there on it, is there? At the moment,
so it's much better than it used to be. Adam's updated the DayZ wiki, the official Bohemian Interactive DayZ wiki, with tutorial pages on what these JSON files mean. But in effect, what you're going to be able to have for console is servers with dedicated PvE custom areas with no stamina, and obviously custom loot as well. The only thing we can't have is different weapons. You can't bring in special sniper things like that. But you'll be able to have on console really sort of stuff that's just been on PC, with no stamina, unlimited stamina, dedicated areas, sunny weather all the time, be able to throw a door on a building really easily, all without Steam mods. I mean, that's the thing, and that's even without the imagination that people will put into this over the next month, because what console guys like, they'll be putting this stuff. The fact that we can, because what you can do now is very, very easily sync things into the environment. So how the guys are messing around putting gas stoves inside the building, so that you have working files, and they got all that working, but it's quite complicated to do. This makes it really easy to do stuff. So you'll get stuff like, one of the things I'm working on is the ability to drink the water out of the toilets, and I think all these weird little things that you can add in that I think are really gonna amaze people. And it's very lightweight as well. It's not putting any strain on the game really. Obviously loading lots of buildings would be, but all these little things, just extra JSON files, extra XML files, done in a really simple way, and not like gigabytes and gigabytes of Steam mods that you've got to download.
Pez has just written, fingers crossed with whether we can make extreme cold or heat for console communities really enhance the survival factor.
Yeah, I think it's just really going to be weather, and we're going to the only real way we can control temperature at the moment on console is where you set the time of year of the server. So if you set the time of the year server to be sort of February, it's colder than if you set it to be August. But that's all we can kind of do at the moment. But it does make a bit of a difference as well.
Yeah, that's good. Like, DayZ seems to be really going in the right way, because if you look at this now, and they have this option for community servers. If and whenever a base building update does come out that hopefully gives us like a proper base building system, the ones like base building plus and expansion are slowly going to become obsolete if it keeps going this direction. Like, it's going to become very good.
We saw that with the toxic zones, didn't we? With the fact that we've got a baked-in toxic zone. Oh, there's one other thing I should mention as well. I was watching Adam the other night and asked him about new player spawns, spawn equipment on console, and he 100% confirmed it is coming. So we will be getting access, if not to init.c, part of init.c, so we will be able to alter your spawning loadout. So that will be the kind of the final part of the puzzle for dedicated PvP servers, because you'll be able to spawn in with a flak jacket on, with your M16 on your shoulder and a helmet and all that sort of stuff, with unlimited stamina, going into custom locations, on a sunny day where it doesn't get dark, people will be incredibly happy and it'll all be
So-
there. You could do it so easy.
Say you wanted stamina, but you didn't want the stamina to be a short. Could you do it so you could extend the stamina so it takes longer to deplete? Or is it just
Yeah,
a quick on and off?
So there is a scale that you can put in, I think. Can't quite
Right.
remember exactly what it is, but there is a scale, and you can do it for different things as well. So you can have, say, the speed that the stamina reduces while you're sprinting. You can
Yeah.
change that.
Great.
I played around for a bit. The only thing I couldn't figure out was how it wasn't taking your stamina away if you're jumping up and down. So if you kept jumping up and down, your stamina would go down, but everything else you were doing, it was staying there. Staying
Right,
kind of
yeah.
thing.
And here it is. This is what I was talking about, the stackable watchtowers.
Do you know
Yeah.
how laggy this is going to make like Xbox One and PS4 when like community servers have like behemoth bases on it? It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Plus the fact that people are putting the particle effects in now, so you can put fog wherever you like with the spooky fog.
Yeah.
Put the gas in, but it doesn't have to be lethal gas. You can put in the tints for like when you put your night vision glasses on, you can put that into an area effect. So again, you can go into an area effect and get almost like a kind of electrical storm sort of effect and all this stuff. That's
pretty cool.
Yeah, there's so much that's we're going to be able to do on console.
I'm gonna have to look into this when it comes out next week. So it looks really, really cool. And it seems like it's just gonna be very easy to set up as well. It's literally just change the 1 to a 0 or the 0 to a 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I say, the guys to watch out for, especially Balshad, he'll have it figured out and done. They'll have it all figured out within a few days.
Yeah.
And the guys in the DayZ Facebook group as well. They'll have it all because they do amazing work. Custom PvP areas that made out of bits of the dams. With whole towns. They're absolutely fantastic.
That's really good. I'm really excited to see what people will be able to do.